Did you know? Ketchup is not red because they add 417 red crayons into each bottle. Instead, it is red because of the tomatoes.
Did you know apple pie gets its flavor from using apples and not 37 bottles of Alberto Balsam Juicy Green Apple Shampoo? This is because apples taste like apples, whereas the shampoo only smells like apples and actually tastes a lot like shampoo.
Did you know that mustard is yellow because it contains turmeric, and not 16.5 domestic canaries? If you're baking cookies, you should not add 7 bottles of Dior Sauvage Elixir 60 milliliters, because it will make the cookies taste like Dior Sauvage Elixir. Instead, you should add sugar to make the cookies taste sweet. Did you know? When baking blueberry muffins, you should not add Uranus to the muffin batter. Instead, you should add blueberries. This is because Uranus, although it is blue, is actually the 3rd largest planet in our solar system. And blueberries are blueberries.
Did you know? When marrying your partner, you shouldn't use Saturn's ring as your engagement ring. Instead, get a normal ring from a jewelry store. This is because, although Saturn's ring looks like an engagement ring, it's actually made of small rocks and orbits around Saturn, and jewelry is jewelry.
Did you know? If your car runs out of fuel, you should refill it with the correct fuel your car requires. And you should not refill it with Lithuania. This is because most cars use petrol, diesel, or electric. And Lithuania is a country in Europe and is not an efficient fuel source for a motor vehicle. Did you know? Racist people are discriminating against people of another race or geographical origin, and not actually people who race against each other. Did you know? When making a coffee, you should add milk, and not 14 gigabytes of RAM and a Patrick Star wallet. This is because milk makes the coffee creamier and less bitter. Did you know? If you're making Kool-Aid, you should add a sachet of the Kool-Aid powder to water and not LAX. This is because the Kool-Aid powder adds flavor to the water, and LAX is the Los Angeles International Airport, which would be rather difficult to stir into a jug of water. Did you know? A football field is not green because it is made from 63,350,000 green crayons. It is actually green because it's made of grass. Did you know? When making mashed potatoes, you should not add gravity to make them creamy. Instead, you could add butter and milk. This is because gravity isn't known by scientists or culinary experts to be a creamy addition to mashed potatoes. But butter and milk are proven to work well.
Did you know that bananas are naturally radioactive? Bananas contain potassium, and a small fraction of potassium is radioactive. Just like your body odor, go take a shower, man. The radiation from a banana is far too minuscule to affect our health. You'd have to eat around 10 million bananas to receive a dangerous dose. But that's light work for you. We all know you can gobble up that many bananas with ease, you zesty ah.
Did you know? The reason the sky is mostly black at night is not because people color it in every night with Sharpies. It is actually because there is no sunlight, so the sky appears dark. Did you know? When making a banana split, you should not add Monday. This is because Monday is one of 7 days of the week. Instead, you should add ice cream and your favorite non-Monday toppings to a sliced-in-half banana. Did you know? If you are learning to ride a bike, you should use a bicycle and not Romania. This is because Romania is a country in Europe, and a bike is a bike. Did you know? To make toast, you do not need to use a Mocha handheld flame machine for stage effects to toast your bread. This will effectively toast your bread, but it will likely burn very quickly and is probably not the safest option. Instead, you should use a grill or a toaster. Did you know? When driving, you can use your horn to alert other road users that you are nearby. And you should not invade Nigeria. This is because invading Nigeria would likely end in a war, whereas sounding your horn is a safe option to alert others on your current geographical location. When cooking pasta, you should put the pasta in a pan and not Japan. Although they sound similar, they are two very different things. One is for cooking food, and the other is a country in East Asia.
Subscribe if you're gay.
Did you know that if you were to commit a crime and then write a little note that says, "Oopsie doopsie saw we," you'll still go to jail?
Did you know? The reason your poop is brown is not because there are people in there coloring it in before it leaves your sphincter. It is actually brown because you have been eating brown crayons. Did you know? When making a beef burger, you shouldn't use a Kit Kat to flip the burger patty. This is because a Kit Kat is not a kitchen utensil. Instead, you should use a whisk.